Hello, just wanted to show you an exciting new integration with the Payroll Now product from Integrity Data. So we're sitting in our fundamentals full accounting role center. For those of you using our software, you're accustomed to seeing the ability to manage funds and enter transactions that do fund accounting, etc. We also have our self-service modules to enter time, expense, and requisitions. But I'm going to do all of this in the Payroll Role Center. I'm going to switch over to Payroll Now and move into the Payroll department. So let's just go ahead over here and look at the payroll information. I'm going to start the process off by using the fundamental timesheet entry capability. And let's go ahead and pick the next pay period for the sample employee I have, who's actually John Roberts in the system. And we're going to go ahead and open up this timesheet. And I could enter a bunch of lines here, but for the sake of convenience and speed, I'm just going to go ahead and copy my lines and hours from my prior timesheet. And obviously I could use that as a template and make modifications, or this might be just my regular way that I work. We'll go ahead and submit this to my manager for approval. Jump over and pretend I'm the manager. I'm set up as a timesheet administrator, so I can actually see all the time entries in here. So here's the latest timesheet from John. I'm going to go ahead in here, review the time, and in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and approve both the lines. And let's go ahead and actually post the timesheet. Okay, so you notice as I post the timesheet within Fundamentals Business Central, we've also updated the hours detail information in Payroll Now for this employee, or many employees, of course, if you're processing a whole bunch of timesheets. And if we jump over here and let's just set up a pay document for that one employee. Okay, just let me just reset this page quickly. 1 second. And let's just do that entry again. And I'm going to pick pay period 19, which I know is that May time period. Okay, sorry, should be pay. I already processed that pay period, so I don't want to continue. Let's instead pick pay period 20. And suggest my lines. Then this is coming from the time I entered that was pushed over into the payroll application. And here's all my pay from my earnings down to my net pay with withholdings and employer expenses along the way. And if we select this line, you'll notice that we've got my distribution based on funds in terms of number of hours, and that has continued on down to the employer expenses. The system automatically does these distributions for you. And our next step is pretty simple. We pay our employee. I'm going to save it to PDF because that's a great way of saving money and preserving cash, is just to print all your checks to PDF and never actually give them to anyone. Sorry, sick payroll humor. And we're going to go ahead and post this paycheck. Okay, if we jump back out here and look at our posted documents, let's look at that last payroll that we just processed, the check. And if we take a look, there's the posted image. Hit our favorite action to navigate. And you notice we generated 30 some GL entries. And if I just quickly sort this by entry number, you'll notice I've got my distribution of earnings, and the earnings that went to Fund 1 post cleanly through. The earnings that are posted to Fund 2 generate inter-fund transactions because my credit is to the fund attached to my bank account from which I disperse the check. So all the transactions here, including employer expenses, have been allocated based on the distribution of time due to new from entries generated as needed. And just in a few moments, we've processed time, posted it through, run paycheck, and have a completely balanced fund accounting system based on how your employees enter their time into the timesheet engine. Hope you enjoyed this little integration video, and thank you for evaluating fundamentals as well as Payroll Now to make your life super streamed and efficient in the Business Central application.